So in this video we're going to share an amount into parts using a ratio. We're going to share 6 into the ratio of 2 to 1. And the method is step 1, add the parts. And these are the parts. The parts are 2 and 1. Step 2 is divide the original amount by the parts added together. So divide the original amount by the sum of the parts, which is the answer to part 1, of course. Step 3 is multiply out. So multiply the parts of the ratio out by the answer to part 2. So share 6 into the ratio of 2 to 1. So 2 plus 1, of course, is 3. That's step 1, adding the parts. And step 2 is divide. So the original amount divided by 3, 6 divided by 3 is 2. And then finally multiply the parts of the ratio by that answer. So a ratio of 2 to 1, we're going to multiply both sides by the answer in part 2, as in multiply both sides by 2. And we end up with 4 to 2. So 6 of something shared into the ratio of 2 to 1 is 4 of the first thing and 2 of the other. And of course, when you check your answer, if you add up those numbers, 4 and 2 makes 6, which is the original number. So we'll do a load of examples then. So we're going to share an amount of 39 in question A here into the ratio of 6 to 7. So first we add the parts. 6 plus 7 is 13. Then we divide the amount, which is 39, divided by 13, gives us 3. So each part is worth 3. So we've got 6 lots of 3 and 7 lots of 3. So we multiply out, multiply 6 by 3 and multiply 7 by 3. And we end up with 18 to 21. And we can check our answer by adding those two numbers. 18 plus 21 is 39, so we've got it right. So we're always adding the parts, dividing the original amount by that sum, and then multiplying out by the answer we get for that. Question B, share 198 into the ratio of 5 to 7 to 6. Same method as ever. Add 5 plus 7 plus 6 equals 18. Divide 198 by 18 gives us 11. Then we multiply 5 and 7 and 6 by 11. Gives us 55 to 77 to 66. And we check by adding those numbers and they add up to 198, so we've got it right. Question C, we're going to share 24 into the ratio of 8 to 4. So add 8 and 4 gives us 12. Divide 24 by 12 gives us 2. Then multiply the parts out by 2. 16 to 8. And as a check, you add 16 to 8 and it makes 24, which was the original number. So you know you've got it right. Next, we're going to share 125 into the ratio of 15 to 10. 15 plus 10 is 25. Divide 125 by 25, which gives us 5. Then we multiply out 15 times 5 and then 10 times 5. Gives us 75 to 50. And if we add those together, we get 125. So we know we've got the right answer because that was our original amount. 323 into the ratio of 1 to 4 to 14. 1 plus 4 plus 14 is 19. 323 divided by 19 is 17. Then multiply each part by 17. Gives us 17 to 68 to 238. Add those together to check. And their sum is 323, which is what we started with. So that's correct. And finally, I've put a super hard question in just for fun, if you want to call it fun, just to show that we can do loads of different parts in our ratio, and as long as we stick to the method, we'll always get the right answer. So we've got 300 shared into the ratio of 2 to 3 to 4 to 11 to 6. So add all of those parts together, gives us 26 parts. Divide 300 by that, gives us 11.53846. As ever, multiply the parts out by that number, 11.53846, and it gives us this ratio here. Even though there's loads of decimal points and things like that, they're still numbers. And when we add them all together, they'll add up to 300. So we know we've got it right. So that's how you share an amount into parts using a ratio. Add the parts together, divide the original amount by that sum, and then finally multiply the parts out by the number that you just worked out. And hopefully this was useful, and have a go at some questions yourselves. Good luck.